At the Mississippi Trade Mart for the Mississippi Farm Bureau and AgUP, a sale of champions, we are pleased to welcome to the set now. It's Emma Cameron, Miss Rodeo America. Emma would be to my right. And Emma Watts, Miss Dixie National, is to my left. We got two Emmas here on MidDays, and I called them Emma Squared before they came on the program. But so I am flanked by two lovely, beautiful young ladies, and pleased to have you folks on the show. So first, for you, Miss Rodeo America, Emma.
Yes,
I can't just refer to you as Emma because you wouldn't know who I'm talking to. So tell us about when you earned this title, where that occurred. Tell us about that.
Yes, sir. So every December in Las Vegas, there's a 10-day-long rodeo called the National Finals Rodeo, and alongside that is an 8-day-long pageant called the Miss Rodeo America pageant. So
okay.
I served as Miss Rodeo New Mexico all year last year, and that qualified me to go to Miss Rodeo America in December and compete there.
Okay, so you just answered my next question, which is from where are you from?
Yes, sir. New Mexico.
New Mexico. First time to Mississippi?
Yes, sir.
First time?
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome to the hospitality state.
Thank you very much. I'm surely feeling that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you're in town because of the Dixie National
Yes, sir.
Rodeo. We call it the greatest show on dirt,
I
as
can
you're
definitely
well
understand why. Yes, sir.
Okay, so Emma Watts, Miss Dixie National Rodeo. You, of course, earned that title to represent this great event we have here in the state of Mississippi. When did that occur?
About 3 weeks ago, right here in the Trade Mart. I had the privilege of running against some very good girls and got lucky enough to be able to get this title to represent this great association.
How'd you get involved in this?
I was the Alabama High School Rodeo Queen for 3 consecutive years in a row. Went to nationals every year. I took a 2-year break from it, and then I saw Miss Jacqueline Irvin at several rodeos carrying the American flag, and watching her carry that flag, it made me realize I wanted to get back into it, and so that's kind of where I'm ended up right now.
Emma Cameron, Miss Rodeo America. So how are these kinds of competitions? Are they different than more traditional sort of pageants?
They're very similar to the traditional pageants you would see on TV, just in terms of the interviews, the speaking skills we're expected to have, the general knowledge about current events and things like that. But instead of having what you would consider a talent like mainstream pageants, we're judged on our horsemanship and our rodeo knowledge. So they give us a horse we've never ridden before and a pattern we've never ridden before, and we execute that in front of the judges, and they judge how well we do that.
Okay, so you got to have some rodeo skills to earn the title of Miss Rodeo America.
Yes, sir.
That makes sense.
Yes, sir.
And so how long have you been riding?
Just about my whole life. I started going to junior rodeos and jackpots when I was younger, like 4 or 5, and then as you get older, it kind of progresses. So I high school rodeoed. Actually, that's where I met Emma for the first time, and then got a little more serious as you get older, and then ran for Miss Rodeo New Mexico.
Gotcha. And so you, Emma, Miss Dixie National, you also come from a rodeo, a riding background?
Yes, sir. I did like little play day shows since I was about 6 years old. Got into high school rodeo my freshman year, and now I'm at Pearl River Community College in Poplarville, Mississippi on the rodeo team there.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what about the feeling of hoisting that beautiful American flag? What do you think about that?
It really holds a special place in my heart. I come from a military background, my family. So having that privilege of being able to carry that flag is something, it's very graceful feeling, and knowing that the weight's on my shoulders and on my back. So.
Yeah, and people certainly at the rodeo are so incredibly respectful, and they're focused on that. So no pressure on you now. You just got to take care of that when you're riding on the dirt there. So what are your duties, Miss Rodeo America, Emma Cameron? What are your duties with this title?
So as Miss Rodeo America, you're lucky enough to do it full-time. I actually got to leave my full-time job to travel full-time as Miss Rodeo America now this year. So I travel all across the country to events like this, where I spend the week doing school visits, sponsor visits, rodeo events, and help with production at the actual rodeo. So day to day, it's always something different, and I really love that.
So with the school visits, you're then talking to younger children, right?
Yes, sir.
And you speak about your experience, and you're, of course, achieving the title and your responsibilities? Do you offer them some words of wisdom as well to try to influence them as they develop as youngsters?
Yes, sir. So as rodeo queens, we're expected to be knowledgeable about all things rodeo, agriculture, and the Western way of life. And we're really that avenue that goes into schools a lot of times and teaches kids about where their food comes from and how the West was won and how those traditions still exist in the world today, to give them a little piece of that. And a lot of times the schools we go into are in some kind of unit that coincides with it, and the rodeos in town and their community. And so we're just that little bridge for them to learn more about it.
Uniquely American.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't know that there's another country in the world that has the legacy of cowboys and cowgirls, of course. So,
yes, sir.
All right, so Emma, let's see, Emma Watts. I got to make sure I get
Yes,
that right.
sir.
Miss Dixie National Rodeo. So, what are your responsibilities?
We pretty much have the same responsibilities. We still go to schools, carry the flags, promote the Western way of life and the Western heritage. It's pretty much the same thing that Miss America has, just not the going all over the country. It's more the state of Mississippi.
So, do any of the young girls come up to you and say, "I want to be that someday"?
Oh, absolutely. That was me at one point, actually. That's what got me into it.
I bet that's a thrill.
It's a lovely feeling.
So, you're expected to be a role model.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure that figures in to the decision that the judges feel like, yeah, these are people that could, the kind of role model we'd like to see out there representing the organization here, and certainly influencing in a positive way the young people. You were telling me earlier, Emma Cameron, Miss Rodeo America, about just the knowledge you have to have and a series of questions. How do you prepare for that, or can you?
You prepare. A lot of times being on the road as a state title holder is what I think was the best preparation for me. You know, you get put in these situations and you learn something everywhere you go. But Emma and I both have been doing this for years. I studied for 15 years coming up to Miss Rodeo America, and you get study guides and you follow the newspapers and all of the publications that the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association puts out. You're expected to know any and all of that at any point in time. So the portions of the pageant really are designed to make sure that you're prepared for that, and they grow you from written tests to on-stage questions about current events in rodeo to try to make sure you can handle those things when they're thrown at you on the road.
Wow! Plus, you have to demonstrate your athletic ability as well to look like a rodeo participant,
yes,
essentially, and show the judges that. Wow, that's incredible. What sort of rigors were presented to the contestants to earn the title of Miss Dixie National?
We had we didn't have a written test like she did.
Okay.
We had an impromptu question, which is an on-stage question. We had interviews, we had horsemanship, and we had modeling. So not as intense as what Miss Rodeo America goes through, but it's still very intense in a way.
Is that something you perhaps aspire to, Miss Rodeo America?
Absolutely.
Move up to that level?
I'm actually looking at running for Miss Mississippi after I graduate from my next 2 years of college to go to Miss America.
That's totally awesome. So what are your plans professionally, Emma Cameron?
So before competing for Miss Rodeo America, I was working as a commodity risk management analyst.
Wow.
And then after that, I worked in diagnostic technology for a pharmaceutical company for a little while. So I really enjoy that side of the agriculture and animal industry. And I think I'll go back to school and go to graduate school for a little while and then continue pursuing that.
Interesting. What about you, Emma Watts?
Right now, I'm at Pearl River Community College, and I'm getting my business degree there, and I plan on taking my real estate test here soon.
Real estate?
Get my real estate license, and then I'm going. I've applied to several schools, and I'm going to get my ag communication.
Okay. So real estate license, that going to be kind of a side gig?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Commercial or residential real estate?
I'm not 100% sure yet.
Okay.
Kind of depends on where I end up, but.
Okay, so you said ag communication?
Yes, sir.
What exactly is that?
It'll be like interviews on RFD TV. At the NFR, you see all the people on the floors. So how did this go? What do you think you would have done different in your event? You Proud to Win.
Just with a focus on
Yes, sir.
agriculture-related content.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have to have some knowledge of that.
Yes,
and
sir.
you're obviously gaining that and have a background in that. Okay, I didn't know such exist, but
Yes, sir.
I'm pleased to know that. It makes sense. Everything's highly specialized today, for sure. So you're traveling a lot right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what's your next stop?
So I came from Louisiana. I was in Lake Charles all last week, and then I get to go to Florida from here. So nice little tour of the
That's pretty
southeastern
cool.
United States. I'm
And you
really
told me it's
enjoying
full time now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
sir.
for a year?
Yes, sir. So I started January 1st, and then I'll go to the National Finals Rodeo this December and crown the next Miss Rodeo America.
Very cool. Well, you're both delightful, and you're outstanding representatives of your respective organizations. We thank you for coming on. We wish you all the best in your professional career.
Thank you.
And I know you're going to have a lot of fun representing
Yes,
there.
sir.
Thanks a lot.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Folks, we're stepping aside for a break. We're coming right back. It's Jamie Swafford, Marketing Manager, AgUP Equipment. The Element Well Studio is located down at the Mississippi Trade Mart for the Mississippi Farm Bureau and AgUP Sale of Champions.